Let's explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Okay.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Herold here on Badlands Media. I'm your host, Jon Herold, and can you guys hear me all right? Because I am streaming on a patio, a closed-in patio, but it's nice. I'm down in Florida. We're about to pack up my girlfriend's apartment. Really looking forward to that. Oh, we having a full control debate with Richard Rohr right now in the chat. Is that what's going on? Yeah, so I'm probably going to need you guys' help on today's show. I do have tabs open, topics to discuss. Did some show prep. They're super out of order. I'm from a laptop. I don't have my normal space station setup. So I'm planning on engaging with you guys in the chat quite a bit. Maybe even more than normal. We'll see. Yeah, it's pretty nice out down here. I'm not going to disclose my exact location, but we are in the St. Augustine area, the general area around there. It looks so warm. Do I look like a bronze goddess tanned up? I guess it wouldn't be a goddess, would it? But Jon DeSantis. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, we flew down. We did not drive. I refuse to drive I will never make the drive between Florida and North Dakota ever again. Yeah, gold's up, silver up. We'll talk about some of that. Sorry I had to pre-record yesterday's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Missed the blue boxes in the background. Yeah, I missed those too. I also didn't do a great job of staying on top of news from yesterday. So it's possible I missed some things, but probably not. It's I don't know, it's so boring. There may be cars that drive by. There may be people that walk by. I don't know. It could get awkward. I don't know what the political demographic is at this particular apartment complex, but we'll see what happens. We love you in all forms. Oldest city in America. I don't know if I've seen that, but I don't think I believe it. What does that mean? Because I thought it was somewhere up in the Northeast that was the oldest place in America. Isn't that what the big rock at Plymouth is for? It's oh yeah, this is where we discovered America at this rock. This super unimpressive caged in rock. Was I too salty yesterday for you, St. Pete? I've discovered that you guys are my crutch. The chat is my crutch. And so when you guys aren't here, I don't know what to do. I'm walking around aimlessly. Bass Burns. I tell Patriots seeing people like Cat Turd's X posts make me want X to self-implode. Yeah. Yeah, Ash, I did hear about the tranny that killed his family at his son's hockey game. I thought I mentioned that yesterday. Read your rant from yesterday. I don't have the rants from yesterday pulled up. If you send it in the chat, though, I'll read it now. Selfless, what's up? Joanne. I know people say it's the oldest in the country, but I don't believe the authority on that. But anyway, we'll plug away through stuff. I'll hang out with you guys. This will be how most of my shows will be this week. We will do the Power Hour tonight, though. I might not be on OnlyLands. It is warmer here in Florida than it is in North Dakota. You're right, Bass Burns. And Gibby, are you going to visit some Q influencers down there? I don't think so. Unless you call Zach. Does Zach count? Because I might see him. But no, I feel like the rest of those influencers, They're too busy trying to ruin my life and my business. Am I up on the cheating Canadian curling scandal? I have been somewhat in the loop on that. I saw a Twitter post, which makes me the official source of information on that entire topic. Canadians, no offense to Canadians if you're watching, but the only way you guys can win is by cheating. I feel you guys suck. So makes sense. Extreme close up, John. Is this too close up? I could probably zoom out or lean back. But then see my mic though. I don't have my mic where I can move it around. Like the arm, it's stationary, so I'd have to carry it back with me. I don't know if that'd go well. Election fraud is on fire now. Yeah, my buddy, the storm has arrived, got a retweet. That was cool. A retweet from Trump, not just like a single retweet, because that's not as cool as a post from Trump. Yep, I've heard Howard Lutnick is bad. I've heard Bannon is bad. I've heard, I mean, everybody's got all these things they're informing me on. Okay. Well, let's, did I miss, somebody said they left a rant yesterday and I didn't read it and I feel bad. Ash, can you keep tabs on that? I think it was Old School 69. Respect the name and the game. Maggie Bundy says she has a sleeping baby next to her, so no yelling, cheering, or clapping, please. Have I ever yelled, cheered, or clapped on a show before? Because I doubt it. Unless it was ironically. I'm looking forward to the American and Canadian hockey game, whenever that's going to be. So that's tonight. I should just start screaming, yelling, and cheering all at the same time. Just to wake up the baby. But all right, let's get a quick word from our sponsors if I can figure out who those are today. Oh yeah, we got Rise Tire. Their new gear looks so sick. Do I even have that in here? I don't. Dang it. So unprepared. I got to download this quick. And I don't even know. I'm on a Mac and it's not what I typically use. So this might be difficult. No, it might be easier. Jessica, if you're watching, would you do me a favor and pop in the stream and upload the Rise Tire ad? I can do the My Pillow. I'll play that now, but I don't think I have the Rise Tire one in here. Let's do this real quick.
It's finally here, our second annual mega sale. This sale only comes around once a year, so take advantage of the best offers ever while you can. For example, save 50% on our Giza Dream bed sheets, as low as $29.98. And for the first time ever on TV, My Pillow mattresses and My Pillow mattress toppers as low as $99.98. And you save 50% on our Lux Pure 6-piece towel sets. Regular $69.98, now only $39.98. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, regular $49.98, on sale for $17.98. Wait on it, mega sale, only $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our second annual mega sale. But wait, there's more. To make the mega sale even more special, when you order right now, your order's going to ship absolutely free.
Get yourself a My Pillow. I don't even know what kind of Mac this is. I bought it like a couple years ago. Let me see. How do I figure that out? It's just what I use to stream. It's an Apple M3 Pro from November of 2023. I only ever even like, it's such a waste of money. I only ever open it when I'm on the road. All right. Hey, John, did you see Alpha moving in on your lotion oligarchy? No. How dare he? Well, let me see if I can open this up. I want to let me. That's a weird link. It's not letting me open it. Hold for processing. I got to figure this out. So I want to see what he's doing. I might have to fire him. What in the world, Alpha? Do you guys see this shit? %, natural pain relief. He wants you to rub what is that? Hyaluronic acid. He wants you to put acid on your skin, guys. Who does that? Ridiculous. I'm not even upset because who would buy lotion with acid in it? It's a weird thing to do. Anyway, okay, we got Rise Tire in there. Thank you so much, Jessica, for popping in and doing that. Let me play this real quick, and then we'll, I don't know, talk about whatever.
What up, Badlanders? Are you ready to rock something new in 2026? Well, as always, we got you covered with the Rise Badlands Native Collection. Built from the rich tones and rugged terrain of the Dakotas, equal parts beautiful and brutal. Old roots, new vibe. Whether you got gators in your backyard or you have to take a bush plane to the post office, Badlanders are worldwide. Different dirt, same tribe. By the way, your friends at Rise have a deal for you. Show up at GART rocking your native gear. Swing by our booth and get in to win a free Badlands Rise hoodie of your choice. And don't forget, every order throws fuel on the fire of the Made in USA parallel economy. So grab something now at badlandsmedia.tv/rise.
Get yourself some Rise gear, guys. They're so awesome at making commercials, and they're just awesome people with awesome products. Cube Swords for $10. Thank you, by the way, for the rant. Says, would it be a doable idea to host a special event, a panel debate between Badlanders and lefties? If you can find debaters on the left who aren't cowards, it'd be awesome. Say Chris, you and Ash on our side. I love the idea of it. We've thought about doing this. We've also thought about doing man on the street stuff. It really comes down to expenses, and some of the stuff probably have to wait till the lawsuit thing is over, and I get some of my money back, because I had some stuff in savings that we were looking to do special projects like that. The debate thing, I think, is a really cool idea. It's just so hard to find leftists who don't just devolve into ad hominem attacks and just retardation. You know what I mean? I would love to do it. I think it'd be hilarious. And I do think we'd probably find more in common with some of those people on broader issues than we realize. I think they'd be down with some Badlands rhetoric of hey, tax revolt type stuff. Wait a second. Ash, hyaluronic acid injected into the junk. Alpha needs to be tested. Is that what that lotion's for? That's a penis lotion? No way. Is that actually Alpha's thing? Okay, and then Tracy, why are you the one sharing me that? Why are you looking for that lotion? Naughty, Tracy. Truth Lab in the chat says, John, the hoax op is working on a few of my Trump voting friends. They think he's bad news now. Same crowd fell for the DeSantis op. It's a thing. So just giving you some anecdotal evidence. That's what I was saying yesterday. Everybody's cheering along and celebrating the validation from the media about the Epstein files, and they are unwittingly supporting an anti-Trump op, in my opinion. I think me and Bernie Brett are going to probably talk about this a little bit more in detail tonight. So I think I'm onto something with that. I also got a $5 rant from Anarchy for the special projects account. I appreciate you, Anarchy. Good to see you. That's not actually Alpha's product, but yeah, I'll change screens. We go to this. No update on the Doge website. No surprise there. Gold and silver, they're up this morning. Still up. Gold's over 5,000, silver over 78. It's good news. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's around 67,000. Let's do this though. This is a cool one. Video from John Solomon. And it's election related. Let's listen to this.
Now we have a bunch of lazy senators who want to threaten the filibuster and not get off their feet and talk and really represent the people and stand for what they believe in.
Can you guys hear that all right? I'm not sure if I have my screen share audio set up properly. I'll wait for you guys to let me know. Ash, we're not sure if that's actually Alpha's product, but we're going to pretend it is, make fun of him for it. Wait, what is this? There's a whole like scandal around this stuff. Top plastic surgeon fuels penis gate, says he injected ski jumper last month. You know what they say about Olympic Village? Like all they do is each other. Guy just wanted to be a little more impressive for the ladies, sounds like. I can't imagine this would help his whatever Olympic sport he's doing. It increases the surface area of their suits. Guys, I doubt that's why they're doing it. They're doing it because they're going to Olympic Village and going to have sex with a lot of women. They're not doing it for the competitive advantage. That is ridiculous. Like, have you ever heard the excuse when it comes to men competing in women's sports that because they have a penis, they have a competitive advantage because of the surface area of the suits? That's not a real argument. If anything, it'd be like more annoying, you know? You wouldn't be used to being uncomfortable, the chafing. I mean, good opportunity to sell some soft disclosure, I guess, but doesn't seem like that's why. Ghost says we're giving out free penis injections in Alpha. Yeah, Ghost is going to have his own booth where he's doing that. Okay, did you guys say you could hear the audio? Okay, you could. Let's go back to actual topics. Let's start this over. There we go.
Now we have a bunch of lazy senators who want to threaten the filibuster, not get off their feet and talk and really represent the people and stand for what they believe in. And all the American people are asking John Thune to do is to restore the Senate to the way it used to work before Mitch McConnell's lazy filibuster ideas kind of came into play. And I think that the American people are going to be there. Here's what I think is going to happen, Dan. And I think you probably know some of this because you had a foresight into some of the things that the Bureau now knows that was kept from the American public. I think Donald Trump is going to change the narrative in America. I think he's going to change some senators' minds, and he's going to do it by revealing some of the things that Chris Wray and that Chris Krebs and other major officials who were in charge of the integrity of our elections and who told us it was a perfect election in 2020. He's going to start revealing some of the intelligence that was kept from the American people. And we're going to see that our foreign adversaries have monkeyed with our system more than we knew, more than those driver's licenses coming into Chicago that you helped get all of us to understand about a few months ago about China sending fake driver's licenses to help Joe Biden in. There are going to be significant efforts by foreign powers, some friends, some enemies, that were trying to meddle in the system, and they got pretty far down that path. And I think when senators realized their state could have been targeted, when senators realized that the intention of the identities of some of their voters might have been assumed, I think there's going to be a different debate in America. And I think if the president takes the time to educate people and show them that maybe the stories we got from the last leadership weren't true, I think he's going to pick off the votes. And then the American people are going to put some pressure on John Thune, and they're going to surgically implant a stiff back, and he's going to change that filibuster for this particular thing, make it a standing filibuster, make the Democrats talk till they drop, and then we'll get a vote in the summer. But I think there's some big, significant, and very troubling revelations about the vulnerabilities of our elections that the president is about to unveil on the American public.
Super interesting. You know, we've been expecting this for a long time. John Solomon being the guy who's mentioning this is what makes it interesting. He expected, and he kind of led the clickbait brigade on the Arizona thing that Kristi Noem did last week. We're going to have a Fulton County type event on election security down in Arizona. But yeah, he I believe would be in the know on any forthcoming type of disclosure. So I'm I'm digging this. I'm on the rug. But also, the exposure being what we use to pass the SAVE Act to get them to do the filibuster, that I'm not as much on board with because I think the whole thing's stupid. Trump had that post last week. He's like, yo, whether they want it or not, whether Congress wants it or not, we are going to have voter ID in the election. He's basically calling the entire SAVE Act push irrelevant. So I'm not going to participate in that. And you guys know my stance on it. I'm the doomer who does not think voter ID goes enough. John, I texted you the TLDR on Penisgate. Do I want to open a text when somebody tells me it's about Penisgate? Like, that's a weird thing, Ash. I don't know. I'm scared. From Monday's brief. Wait, hold on. Oh, by keeping tabs on rant, I meant just if keep tabs on what old school 69 said, but I think I got it here, so I'll read that in a second. But for Monday brief, Penisgate had that pump it up crypto song stuck in my head most of the weekend. Who wrote this, by the way, Ash? In case you missed it, the ski jumpers are allegedly injecting hyaluronic acid, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but into their penises to inflate them before their bodies are scanned for their suits. So when their penises shrink back down before they compete, there's extra fabric, and it's like a sail while they're in the air. The Anti-Doping League is investigating. I can't stop laughing. What a weird story. I don't even know where to go from here. I don't know what to do with this. Like, do I need a new phone now? What a weird thing. Bunch of cheaters. What do you even get with the gold medal? Like, besides, like, yeah, it's cool to say you won a gold medal. I don't pay attention to Olympic sports except for hockey. And winning an Olympic gold medal, in my opinion, while it's cool, like to be the dominant country, I don't know. It's hard to be like super into ice figure skating and speed skiing and whatever. Maybe I'm just weird. But this is what Old School 69 says, ran from yesterday. I'm not a full control person either, but if Trump already has the public mandate and he's waiting to do the things we really want, we are in trouble, not blackpilling. Yeah, that's kind of our stance. It's like if he has the mandate and he needs us to demand things, what are we doing? Talking about countertops when we could be helping put out the fire. Great rant, though. Appreciate that. Cece says there is hyaluronic acid in my skin care products. Why would you say that? Does that make me gay? Like, why are you using penis stuff on your face or whatever skincare products? I thought you used soft disclosure. There's no penis lotion things in there. What is going on? What have you guys done to my show today? Jess Coke, I'm on a porch. It's enclosed with like a screen, but if anybody across the way here, I wonder if I can show you. I don't want to like disclose the address. But if like any of those people have a window open, they will hear me talking about penis cream. And any new timers to the show probably didn't stick around very long. God, what a weird day. I blame you guys. We do not have junk juice in soft disclosure, can confirm. As far as a tire, guys, it's not a penis ingredient, LOL. It's a skincare ingredient and a hair product. Well, so now, does it make your hair follicles enlarged or something? Like, how's it a hair product? Oh. Spencer, this is why your show is better pre-recorded without the chat. Yeah, if you want it to be like full of actual, like, hey, let's talk about happenings in the news, pre-records are better. But also, then I don't get to hang out with you guys, and this is half the fun. Sometimes most of the fun. Yeah, okay. Wahlberg Forge. This is a great idea here, Ash. Take note. Next soft disclosure ad. Soft disclosure does not have penis enhancer stuff in their products. Okay, guys, I'm gonna ignore you for just a couple minutes because I want to not talk about this. Can we please not talk about penises? Okay, my tabs are all out of order right now. Next week is the State of the Union. I don't know if you guys knew that. We're gonna cover it on Badlands like we do every year. Very curious to see the counter programming from the Democrats. They are planning a national mall rally to protest President Trump's first State of the Union of his second term. Remember that there was a whole kind of debate. When he went in front of Congress last year, it's technically not a State of the Union on that first one, but this is his first official one. A dozen Democratic lawmakers say they plan to hold a rally in protest. The lawmakers are partnering with several progressive organizations, including Midas Touch and Move On Civic Action, to counter program. Wonder who their speaker is going to be, because they always do that too. I will not normalize Donald Trump's march toward fascism by attending his State of the Union address. Yeah, that'd be interesting if they don't even attend. I wonder how many will skip out. Trump delivered an address last year during a joint session of Congress. Because it came early in his term, it was not formally considered a State of the Union. Oh, that's right. Rep. Al Green got kicked out. Yeah. Should be fun. But yeah, we'll cover it. Do we know what day it is? A little panel. Can you guys hear the dog barking? Ooh, there is somebody on the patio over there. Oh no. They totally heard me talking about penises. But I won't have to whisper. What else? I thought this was a weird thing to say. So Detroit News, Trump advisor Hassett suggests that New York Fed researchers could be punished for their tariffs argument. Kevin Hassett, a top economic advisor to President Donald Trump on Wednesday, said those behind a New York Federal Reserve research paper that argued the cost of tariffs are borne mostly by Americans should be punished for what he described as shoddy scholarship. And you know what? I love the idea of punishing shoddy scholarship, because if bad research could be punished, I mean, there'd be so many people in jail. Can you guys hear the dog? I'm trying to decide if I should be doing my show tonight, the Power Hour outside. Get the FedEx showing up. It's just a loud area. You guys cannot hear the dog. Okay. Say penis on John like a cat with a laser pointer. That doesn't make sense. I have watched almost zero Olympics. I help coach Special Olympics, though. What was that movie from a while back with the guy who does what's it called? It was about the Special Olympics, though. The guy who pretends to be retarded. It was so funny. Is it Johnny Knoxville? Okay, State of the Union, February 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern. So what is that, Tuesday? Yes, you hear the dog doing stuff. Copying TPUSA and offering a State of the Union alternative. Are you talking about us or them? They do this every year. Every year for the State of the Union, they typically have like a counter message from the opposition party. Last year, I think we had, who's that Alabama lady? Britt? Something Britt, who gave her little speech. They do it every year. Am I near the beach? I don't know. But, like, I can't see it, but it's probably near. I'm closer to it than I was in North Dakota. The Ringer, that's what it is. So good. Such a funny movie. Taylor Britt, that's her, yep. Now I did hear him. Sounds big. Maybe had his penis. You guys, stop it. Oh, okay. This is a weird story. So the EU, European Union, is urging Ukraine to repair a Russian oil pipeline. What does that tell you about the conflict here? Do you remember all the stories we got about the pipeline stuff back in like the first year or so of the war, and these people doing business with Russia and The whole thing is so stupid. It seems so fake. But now Moscow and Budapest have insisted that it is operational and Kyiv is halting supplies for political reasons. The EU wants answers from Ukraine about when it will be able to repair the Druzhba oil pipeline that delivers Russian crude to Hungary and Slovakia. European Commission spokeswoman, whatever, said. The transit of oil via the pipeline has remained on hold since late January, with Kyiv blaming Russia for damaging the infrastructure. Moscow has denied the allegation and has accused Ukraine of using energy blackmail against Hungary. By the end of this, everybody's going to hate Ukraine if they don't already. And I'm here for it. There's another story, though, about, I think Russia, Ukraine, or Russia, because everybody's saying Russia killed. Yeah, here we go. Everybody's saying that they killed the opposition leader Navalny with a dart frog toxin, and the Kremlin is demanding proof of what they're saying. Russia's demands for proof come after 5 European countries said on Saturday that analyses of samples from Navalny's body had confirmed the presence of a lethal dart frog poison. Didn't we? Didn't he die like a long time ago? Like, why is this just coming out now? And also, whenever I think dart frog poison, I think of the movie Apocalypto, when the dude is like, he escaped the people, he killed the dude's son, and they're chasing him through the forest. And then he gets to his home turf, and he grabs a couple of those little spikes and like stabs the back of that frog, and then he lights up the dude with them. Like, is that what they did to Navalny? PJ Corrigan, I thought you were from Baltimore for some reason. Just kind of like calls both home. But her apartment was down in Florida. She has family in Baltimore, though. Except her family might have just moved to Florida. It's all confusing. Frog poison is no joke, dude. I guess I've never encountered a poisonous frog. Medbits Co. So if your dog's name is Penis and the delivery guy comes to the door, do you say out loud, "Come on, Penis, get in the cage. I have to put away my penis before I answer the door"? Funny story about that. I mean, not about that specifically, but kind of about that. Yes, Bay Theater, I have seen Apocalypto a couple times. It's actually really good. My grandma, way back in the day, I don't even know when, but like when they were on their farm, Western North Dakota, they had a little black dog, and they called it the N-word. Like, that's what they called it. That was the name of the dog. I'm not going to repeat the name, obviously. JB would. But I think that's hysterical. Actually, can I say that word now that I've identified as a black tranny illegal alien Jew? I feel like I'm in the middle of a school cafeteria again. That's what this show does to you. It'll happen. Yeah, it was like back in the 50s or 60s. Called it nuclear. Yeah, here's a shot on my boy got. Storm has arrived. Can't have crooked elections. What else? You know, I'm starting to really like Kevin O'Leary. Let me play this clip. I love how he goes on CNN and he's like their voice of reason now.
Every metric, every 24 months, we go through this debate over and over again. When every country in the Nordic countries in Europe, France, Switzerland, Canada, Australia, solved this problem decades ago. A, you got to be a citizen to vote. You got to prove it. We all agree at the table on that one. Number two, there's such advancement in technology to make sure there's no cheating. We should implement it here and get all this crapola over with. It's getting almost boring every 24 months. Oh, the election's rigged. Oh, this guy's doing this guy's doing that. No other country has this narrative.
Kevin,
Nobody.
I agree with you. It is getting
It's
incredibly
ridiculous.
boring. We talk about this all the time. It's incredibly boring, but it's also not an actual problem. Like when you look at the statistics, voting, illegals voting is not an actual problem in this country. You do need to show ID
You agree.
to
If
be
you're
able
not
to
a
vote.
citizen,
It is 0.
you can't vote.
I
Yeah, we
would
agree with that, but
absolutely
let
agree
me
with that,
help
but that's
out.
not what the problem
Yeah,
is.
gotcha.
The problem is that we have 0.001% of people that are illegally voting. The Heritage Foundation said that 3 related fraud cases since 2017. The Brennan Center for Justice says there's 100 confirmed instances since the 1980s. This is not a real problem. The problem the Trump administration is trying to solve is that they are not doing well. They are not going to do well in the midterm elections, and they are coming up to it to find a
yes or no?
But that's not
It
the
is all,
question
it's
at
already
hand.
illegal.
No
It's
one is
already
doing
illegal.
that. That's already illegal.
Is it?
It's already illegal to vote if you're not a citizen.
Why
So
not just say if you cheat and
Hold on.
steal and you're illegally
already-
voting, you go to
that's
jail? Oh my
already-
goodness, what
already
a
a-
concept!
that's already the
done.
law. Go
Right.
ahead,
They
Tesla.
know that. I'm happy.
Is that true? That's already the law? I feel like I don't believe her. Not because of her race, but because she's a woman. But it's probably law in some cases, but it definitely happens. But why does it matter then? If it's already a thing, why does it matter? People are so stupid. Kevin O'Leary, though, is based. I wonder if we'll ever see him like make an enter into the political realm. Because he's going on these shows, he's talking politics all the time. I wonder if he's going to try to like follow Trump's footsteps or something. But I have a feeling he probably didn't vote for Trump. And yeah, I guess I'm not actually going to say the word. Relax. Damn, they make a woman look stupid. Should we try to get him on as a guest if we can? I feel like we are the ugly stepchild to everybody. Nobody wants to come on our shows. Ash says he should have asked them why is the NAACP is suing if there is no concern. I think it's so funny they use like there's only been 3 cases in history, so it's clearly not happening. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Rebel Nader, people need to quit thinking that the illegal aliens vote because they don't. It's the crooked politicians that vote for them. And there it is. And Ash wants to debate that blonde chick with the face. Are you talking about this lady? Her? That is some face. Like she got out of bed and like did her makeup and her hair intentionally to look like this. But I guess you can't really help. God just pinches your face together like that a little bit. Can't put all the blame on her. But I love that comment, Rebel Nader. It's very true. Jackie Espada, this is Cam on Jackie's account. We are the media now, so I'm told. Isn't that hysterical that people say that, but then they totally act like that's not true? Like, we're the news now, but let's go decode Fox News. And then why isn't the news talking about this? Why isn't the news talking about this? We are not the news now, guys. We're competitors, as we should be. I don't get ticketed every time I speed. Does that mean I don't speed? It's a good question. She's using penis lotion on her face. Oh my God. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I feel like she should loosen that ponytail, right? That's probably why her face is looking like that. It's a little too tight. It's probably why she acts like that too. The road to the White House now runs through Rogan. Do you guys really believe that? Runs through the election machines and whoever they decide to give access to. You need to clip Chris Paul from Friday Daily. He had a great statement about illegals and how their votes get in there. I'll do that. You guys are stop. So with that logic, there are 0 murders. Can't believe news isn't reporting on that. Did we ever get to the bottom of Nancy Guthrie? Have I missed that? I saw some people decoding since it's been 17 days she was missing and that meant something. They didn't explain why it meant something, but just 17 days had passed. So clearly, like, you know, Fox News said it's been 17 days. We got to decode that. It meant something. Meant the whole thing's fake or whatever. Maybe it is. But do we know who took her yet? The percentage of the time my car speeds is small. You know, I wonder if that's in our future with the self-driving cars and stuff, or the cars with the ability to self-drive. Like, when are they going to start just giving people tickets if they take over, drive on their own, and go over the speed limit? Because they'll be able to monitor all that. Guffrey is faking gay. You know, he's funny, he's good, but I'm like the authenticity isn't there for me. Like when you can clearly watch him like reading the stuff off a script, that's a little hard to stomach. Although sometimes like if there's something really important I have to say and I don't want to get in like legal trouble, I will like put my bullet points down. Do self-driving cars allow you to speed? That's a good question. I don't know. If you know your audience, John, saying stop only encourages it. Yeah, I know. That's why I love you guys. Any tighter and she'll have a goatee. Let's change the subject here. What else should we talk about? I don't know if I have any other like stories that I want to get into. I mean, we have this. Groups are suing Trump over new U.S. fuel rules, bring car prices tumbling. President Trump's administration is being sued over his plan to bring car prices tumbling down dramatically by slashing federal emission regulations and fuel economy standards. Like, isn't that ridiculous? They're suing because Trump is trying to lower the price it costs to get a car. People want you paying more. These people are evil. No, that story's boring. There's a whole article about where Russia and Ukraine are in the peace talks. But I don't know how to talk about that either. None of these just seem very fun. Trump is allegedly planning to go to Venezuela, and people are saying it's going to be a catastrophic mistake. I wonder if he'll actually do that. He's planning a historic trip to Venezuela, the first visit by a U.S. leader to that country in nearly 30 years. Visiting Caracas before opposition leader Maria Corina Machado is allowed to return would legitimize a dictatorship and be a shameless reward for repression. Hakuna Matata is not getting put in power. I'm sorry. So I'm just clicking through all my headlines here to see if there's anything else that I really want to talk about. See if he has any new True Social posts out. He just put this one out like 2 minutes ago. When telling Prime Minister Keir Starmer of the United Kingdom that leases are no good when it comes to countries, that he's making a big mistake by entering a 100-year lease with whoever it is that is claiming right, title, and interest to Diego Garcia, strategically located in the Indian Ocean. Our relationship with the UK is a strong and powerful one, and has been for many years, but Prime Minister Starmer is losing control of this important island by claims of entities never known of before. In our opinion, they are fictitious in nature. What? Should Iran decide not to take the deal, it may be necessary for the United States to use Diego Garcia and the airfield located on Fairford in order to eradicate a potential attack by a highly unstable and dangerous regime, an attack that would potentially be made on the United Kingdom as well as our other friendly. This is a weird ass post. This land should not be taken away from the UK. Okay, well, I need to look up what the heck this is. Diego Garcia. Island in the Indian Ocean. It has been used as a joint UK-US military base since the 70s. Where is this on a map? Okay. So there it is. Now, what is he saying about this being fake? Our relationship with the UK is a strong and powerful one, and it has been for many years, but Prime Minister Starmer is losing control of this important island by claims of entities never known before. In our opinion, they are fictitious in nature. 100-year lease by whoever's claiming right and title. I'm so confused. Sorry, guys. Sorry to derail the penis talk, but I want to figure out what the hell they're talking about here. between 2019 and 2019, the International Court of Justice issued a non-binding advisory opinion that the decolonization of the Mauritius had not been lawfully completed when it gained independence in 1968, that the UK was under an obligation to end its administration of the Chagos Archipelago. I hate that word. I can never say it right. Hold on. UK 100-year lease. John, is Badlands considered to be a truth community, or how would you describe it? I don't know. I feel like we operate within the truth community, but I also think the truth community doesn't actually give a shit about the truth. So I don't know. Yeah, here, as of early 2026, the UK has agreed to transfer sovereignty of the Chagos Archipelago to Mauritius while securing a 99-year lease to continue operating the joint military base. So what the hell is the Mauritius? Have you guys heard of the story? Am I new to this? Am I the dumb one here? I'm so confused. Why is Trump calling these people like not a real entity? Mauritius and hold on. In 1810, the United Kingdom seized the island, and under the Treaty of Paris, France ceded Mauritius and its dependencies to the United Kingdom. The British colony of whatever, Mauritius, had a bunch of them. Chagos Archipelago. France disputes sovereignty over the island. The treaty. Sorry, guys, I'm like reading to myself while trying to read it out loud. This is not working well. What a weird post, though, from Trump. Like, why does he care? Something weird going on, but I'm going to move on. I'll figure this out later. Ash says, there is truth and there is the community. And it's just really hard. And I know we harp on that whole thing, like how the truth community doesn't actually care about the truth. It's more than just the Epstein files. It's about a lot of the stuff that's been done directly to us by these people, too, that call themselves truthers, the decoders. Not everybody. There's a certain group of people that, and you guys watching this, you're well aware of who we're talking about. I'm not going to name names, but some old friends of mine, some people that weren't in Badlands either, but I considered friends, just they don't care about the truth. All they care about is the truth community is so full of people who they either want to be famous or they want to be rich, and they don't care how they get to either of those two things. And so the way they operate shows that they get jealous of other people when there's any level of success, and they try to destroy them using lies. And I think that's very immoral. I think you know, we've the way we've handled it to a degree by not addressing it directly has been good. But at some point when things are done and the case is over, and I can finally show you guys, like, look at all this bullshit, you'll understand why we feel the way we do about people in the truth community, and why we say that these people don't actually care about the truth, because they don't. None of them do. And that's not just people that were formerly in Badlanders. It's them too, but they're people that were never part of it. And some of the things they've done and said and lied about, just wholly inappropriate. Yeah, being slandered, especially when not deserved, is devastating. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's not even like I'm not going to go to war against these people. We're going to expose the truth. And if the truth community cares about the truth like they say they do, they'll do with it what they want. Anarchy, yeah, he's one of them. He's one of the ones I'm actually considering. Like, if anybody wants to take up a lawsuit where I don't have to pay. Like you can keep 95% of, or 100% even of the whatever you win, full contingency, just to expose how full of shit that guy's been. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what else to talk about. If you deserve it, how is it slander? What's the thing? Are you talking about me or them? Because I would say I don't. If something's made up and based on a lie, is that deserved? I doubt. I don't see how. The only thing worse than them talking about you is them not talking about you. Yeah. Truth is set things free. Jessica, so glad you've kept yourself out of the petty games. They truly showed themselves, and with each video, they look even worse. They only want money. That's it. That's sad. We do our best. We're like, it's hard not to let on that it does. Like, I mean, guys, I'm being sued, right? Like, it's hard to just pretend like that's not happening and not let it affect like how we feel about some of these people when we see things go on in the community and how they're responding to things and doing things and just operating on a daily basis. And try not to call them out directly because it just happens. Like you can't help it. But I feel like we've still done a pretty good job of not directly getting in the mud with any of these people. But I have been getting a little more like impatient and willing to broadly talk about some of the stuff. So Moker. So the question I would have, why do we talk about a truth in a truth community that has no truth or limited truth? I like Badlands' approach on the whole thing. Yeah. This goes back to what I said the other day, where our approach, it's the truth community, right? Like it's the spectrum I was talking about. You have the cheerleaders and the doomers, and either side of the equation, you have there's social incentives for it, and it's so weird, but there's never any social or financial incentives behind pursuing the truth. The social incentives come from what we make of it and create. You know what I mean? Like for ourselves, the community ourselves, and your guys' support. It's just it's a sad state of things, and it's why when we have a more or maybe less optimistic look at the state of things than others, it's because of that right there. Like when you see so many people get followers and viewers and these things, and you know they're lying, and their viewers don't actually care about the truth, or if they do, they're not very good at looking for it or looking at it. It makes one a little less optimistic. Like, yeah, I mean, this fire in our house, we could use some help putting it out here, but everybody's obsessing over the countertops. How would you feel? That's great and all, but why are you locked out of the house? I don't know. Yeah, and we even have a JB. We have a JB and his son. Monty 710, John, I feel for you. The justice system is a joke. Yeah, even that, like, I'm not worried. I mean, an Arizona court can't. I won't say it, but it's more so just going through that process just to be like, yeah, I told you so. Like, see, now what? But I also know on the flip side of it it's more of a like, I know I'm not going to get any of that back. I'm not going to get any of the people none of those people will admit they were wrong. I'm not going to get any apologies. I'm not going to get any of those friendships back. I mean, they weren't real friends anyway. R. Hody, it can make you feel better when you are hearing what you want to hear, but when the rug comes, it hurts even more. Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. Phil Scarborough, this probably explains why Ash is so mean. Yeah, there's it's the one thing I've ever like. So I don't tell anybody what they can or can't do, or say. But the one thing I've been like, let's please not address this specific thing too directly, because I don't want to give any ammunition. Not that it matters, but now we've devolved to talking about BJ's. Yeah, we do our best to with what we've created here. We got such a good community, and if you guys are watching at home, I know the chat. Not everybody gets into the chat. I'd encourage you to do so, because as much as we, the hosts, try to be there for everybody and engaged, it's impossible to talk to everybody and engage with everybody on a personal level. But you guys do it for each other, and that's what's so cool. Join your Badlands groups. Mocha, I was so excited when you did your explanation on all of Badlands, when you did your Only Lands Friday night thing. Yeah, that video we did. Yeah, it needed to happen. But that's what's funny. Like, you put that out, yeah, you put the proof, recordings, all these things, and the truth community. Then all of a sudden, then they don't want to get involved. They were getting involved, and talking shit and talking to our supporters, peeling them away. They were super involved. But then when that comes out, all of a sudden, now, yeah, we don't want to take a side here. We'll just see what happens. Like, where was that approach before, huh? It's, again, why we have such a salty outlook of other people in the truth community is because of how they've responded to this whole thing, when most of the time they've known the entire truth. So, man, you got to be careful what you say when you're being opposed, for sure. So we're all praying this will be over soon. Me too. But yes, the bunny's in the chat. Join your local Badlanders group, badlandsmedia.tv/groups. Deborah, I love the chat. Impressed the show hosts can engage somewhat to do their show at the same time. I wouldn't say, like, this show right here, this has not been my best content-wise show. But you guys are here anyway. And as long as you're here, I might as well be too. And I'm at an hour, but I kind of just want to see what else you guys got to say. Tommy's Russell, John, unfortunately, you are an island. Nobody will have the commitment to the truth and the willingness to push back, especially for less than the rest of these fakers are making. And see, that's almost what's hardest for me is, like, people going after me. Like, obviously I didn't sign up for any of that. Like, I didn't expect any of a following. I didn't get into this to get a following or for financial reasons or any of that stuff. Like, I found an interesting theory. I pursued it further and built it out. And I always said I felt undeserving of the success I've had, and I wanted to help out my friends. And that's what I've tried to build here. And so that aside, I know we're going to be okay long-term. I'm not worried about any of that, but it's, the concern for me comes in, we have a massive issue here in the truth community, and the behavior is reflected in how we've been treated, but it's also reflected in the daily psyops. And how do we navigate that to actually move forward, see any progress? Rise of Tire, what can we do to fight forget? I don't even know. That's a good question. I don't know. Badlands Media fan. I failed at coordinating a local meetup for some time. My life got overwhelming. That's true. Even myself, I'm the guy telling everybody to get involved in your local groups, and we haven't had a meetup in North Dakota, South Dakota yet, but we're working on that. Polymath, this is your best show today, John. Yeah. Yeah. On DPH, John doesn't really multitask and listen while chatting. He just tunes up Bernie Brighton chats. I'm so bad about that. I feel guilty too. Not really, but sometimes he just gets a little long-winded and it's hard to pay attention. And I know, if I just listen to the first 15 seconds of what he says and the last maybe 30 seconds, you can kind of time it. You can kind of feel when he's starting to wind down. That's all I need to hear. That's when I say like TLDR, bro. Like just tell me the last 30 seconds of what you're about to say and leave out the 20 minutes of context. So that's how I try to do it. And then if I mistime it and I don't catch the last 30 seconds, then I have no idea what he said. That happens too. Well, then I am in Florida. That is true. Key Awakening. This is one of the best shows on Badlands because of how you engage with us. We missed you yesterday just as much as I missed you. That's spot on. I did miss you guys yesterday. That's why even while I was like finishing getting ready for the airport, I was in the chat watching the show. I wasn't typing as much as I could, but just seeing what you guys were saying. Man, that sun is bright. I picked a bad spot now. Oh, my bracelet like that. My daughter made it. Can you see it? With the sun now? Probably not. Man, okay, well, the sun alone might be back here. Not really. Maybe this is my cue to like, hey, dude, end your show. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Just end the show. I'm going to see you tonight, though, on the Power Hour. I appreciate your prayers, guys. I mean, that's probably the best. Prayer, support, hit the thumbs up. That's all we need. Gwen B. BB is one of the only Badlands that I can follow for 5 minutes and 20 minutes later have no idea what he said. Yeah. He does this with his posts too. Like we'll be talking in our private chat about something and I'll be like, oh, that's really good. You should post that. And then I have to go back and clarify it. But like if you post it, just post that. Don't say anything else because you're going to completely like I won't even read half of this. Like I'm not joking when I say that I don't read a lot of the stuff that Burning Bright says or posts about because it's so damn long. Like I don't want to read a post that I have to scroll for. That's not what Twitter's about. And I tell him that. It's TLDR, dude. I'm not going to read this. But he doesn't care. He's going to be who he's going to be. Anyway, guys, I will see you tonight. I think I got through all the rants. Oh, Keith O'Higgins. Good to see you, Keith. There's no illegal penis cream on swollen glands. Oh, penis. I can't wait to see what the AI describes this show as. Because that's what we use. Like it'll rewatch a show or run the transcript and like title the show, we'll put it in afterwards. It's just going to be about penises. Okay, I'm going to go help pack or do whatever I'm supposed to be doing. So I'll see you guys tonight, 10:30 Eastern, right here on Badlands. Hit that thumbs up. I think Ghost is live, so maybe I'll raid you guys over there. No, it's Wednesday, so he's not live. I don't think anybody's live after me, but we do have lots of shows today. Wednesdays are such a good day of content here. We have Maha Living. We have the Space Revolution show. We have Shipwreck show, Altered States, Power Hour. It's all going to be great. So make sure you stick around. And as Bay Theater Dave says, we'll see you around campus. Absolutely love that. I don't think I have a good outro video. No, let's watch somebody in the chat put the Ringer trailer. And I think we should watch that. It's a great idea. I might say goodbye to the YouTubers though, so that we don't get dinged. So let me do that real quick. Bye-bye YouTube.